I'm just kind of like wondering what it feels like to be Eric Gordon, to be, Paul George, because, I mean, they're just fleecing the Sixers organization. And I'll tell you what I would be doing after this game at the hotel, wherever they're staying at in Cleveland, if I was Paul George. I would be happy as can be because I know I'm making $49 million and I could put up 11 points and 4-12 from the field, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. I would be in the shower listening to Christmas carols. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Man, they're living the life. I'm jealous, but as a fan, it sucks. 5 points against the Charlotte Hornets. You think, Paul George would have a little pride and be like, okay, we're facing the best team in basketball. I see my boy Tyrese Maxey come out and give us a chance. At one point, they had a 10-point lead because, Tyrese Maxey was cooking. And then all of a sudden, it evaporated. And at one point, Paul George was in the game without Maxey, who's getting a rest. And he was just standing in the corner watching Kyle Lowry, Ricky Council dictate the offense, whoever was out there, Kelly Oubre as well. And I'm like, dude, have some balls and go get it and create. Here's the thing. When he does try to do it, it's a hard watch because everything just looks so difficult for the man. It takes him like 10 dribbles to get somewhere. I mean, every Cavs defender had him in a box. Dean Wade was locking him up. He struggles to create separation. Man, he really does have Tobias Harris qualities because, Tobias Harris was the back down king. He would back down somebody for like 6 dribbles and then eventually shoot it. But what Paul George does is he does between the legs crossover, behind the back, between the legs crossover, behind the back. And he really gets nowhere and then eventually just steps back. And if he's making it, it looks great. It feels good. But most nights, you can't really rely on that. And I have something scary to show you guys. It's actually 2 things. So the first one is this dude's knees are cooked. So the Sixers have 2 max players where both of their knees are cooked. Both Joel Embiid and Paul George, when they drive to the rim, they cannot get a centimeter off the ground. You saw in the Charlotte Hornets game, 2 drives for Paul George where he got to the rim and he just couldn't physically elevate. Now, he's shooting 78% at the rim. That's a very good, efficiency level. But the thing is, the rate that he gets to the rim is the lowest of his NBA career. He cannot get to the rim. He doesn't want to get to the rim either because he knows he has to trust his lower body that's cooked to get off the ground. And it's not a guarantee that that body is going to, be reliable. And now let's go to number 2. All Sixers fans are going to get depressed. I'm just warning you, click off the video right now because you don't want to see this stuff. Tobias Harris last season, this is so sad. 17.2 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, 3.1 assists per game, 48% from the field, 35% from 3. Paul George this season, 16.3 points per game, 5.6 rebounds. So 2-0 Tobias Harris. Can Paul George come back? Yes, he can. 5.3 assists per game for Paul George, 3.1 to Tobias Harris. That is the one redeeming quality of Paul George. Very good playmaker. Now we go on to efficiency. 48% for Tobias Harris, 42% for Paul George. Oh no, it's over. 35% from 3 for Tobias Harris, 33.7% from 3 from Paul George. And the thing that pisses me off is Sixers Nation, everyone was gaslit into believing this was the only option. And remember, Daryl Morey punted the year for all this cap space, and he was like, this is the only option, releasing reports that they were interested in Paul George. That's the only guy they're interested in. Like, there was other options out there if the GM could think for himself and not just look at the big names. And the funniest thing about all of this is last year in the playoffs, Paul George was looking like he can't create separation. He was terrible. Paul George is the only option. Daryl Morey made us believe that, and it's like, no. He's 34 years old, and I saw him in the playoffs, and he was pure garbage. Like, Daryl Morey just willingly ignored that.